Oh yeah, I really hope this one's good. It got shit on online, but the critics always shit on the third movie anyway.
Yo, for real. Are we getting popcorn or what?
Fuck that. I'm not paying $20 for corn.
That's why you bring your own snacks.
Don't the employees catch on to that?
Like they give a fuck. Hey Blake, where you going?
To the bathroom?
Didn't you just go up the dining hall like 10 minutes ago?
Sorry, it's the latte talking. I'll be right out.
Man, I don't know what his deal is.
What do you mean?
I don't know, he's just been sort of off lately. I've tried asking him what's wrong the other day, but he never opens up to me about anything. So there's not really much I can do at that point.
Yeah, but I wouldn't worry too much. I'm sure he's just stressed over finals. It is coming up soon.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Wow, really, Blake? It's the latte talking? What kind of a reply is that? God, I'm such a fucking loser. Why did I fucking I should be studying for anthropology. Nah, but I need to relax. Or is relaxing bad? Geniuses don't take time off. God, this is my downfall, isn't it? There goes my future. What am I even doing? Am I in the right friend group? Do they all hate me? Is it normal to overthink this much? Why is this happening right now? I don't need one. I just let me enjoy this movie. I need to see a therapist. This is how do I even get to this? Have I gone crazy? Now I can't even hear myself breathing. They've been waiting for so long. I'm such a bad friend. Hey, at least I'm aware of it. Or does that make it worse? Maybe that's why I'm so depressed. I need to work out. Help if I my arms die. People think I'm ugly, don't they? Is that why I'm still single? Will I ever find one? I'm gonna die alone. I need medication. Why even bother? Am I insane? I'm going nowhere. I ruined everything. Remember that? What's the awkward encounter I had with my no one else is never going to get better. Maybe I should just end it.
Yo, Blake, you fall in?
Nah, one sec. I'll be right out.
Hurry your ass up, boy.
Back on that bullshit. You already fucking know, bro. Alright. Hold on to your hats and your glasses, folks, cause Lizzie's back in action. All you crackers know, got an attractive style, this ain't no fashion show. These hacks are lacking flow like heart attacks and strokes. I'm past your jokes, I've been through them all, and now I'm coming for your ass like a booty call. I got these preachy teens afraid to speak on me, because the shit I say is darker than a POC. Like, yeah, I have some issues that just can't be hid. What more were you expecting from a Gen Z kid? I make these pussies whine, I ain't fermenting no grapes, but I keep venting my rage through what I fit on this page. I'm sick of complaints, so don't run your mouth, cause bitch, I'm bringing my A game, you're flunking out. About to cop more bucks than fucking Donald Trump. I'm going twice as hard, this ain't no sophomore slump, cause I'm back in action, back in action, back in action, yeah. Back in action. I'm a force to be reckoned with, I must tell you, cause I can knock you down a peg or two in one fell swoop. But let me cut to the chase, you can't keep up with my pace, so you can tend to the extremity right under my waist. The school bus that I take is on the shorter side, cause these jokes of mine stem from a broken mind. My only source of pride is in these childish lines. Don't like protected sex, so fuck Title 9. I got more bars than a cellular device. I'm seeing through my nose and I'm smelling through my eyes. You can tell that I ain't right from my freakish attitude. Struck gold with my wacky tunes and now I'm going platinum soon. You have no clue about the battles I fight. I've been through more in one day than you have in your life. But if I wasn't bothered with these awful conditions, then I would probably turn into the most cocky dude living. Bitch, I'm get your urge, get your back in action. Whoop. Get your urge, get your back in action. Get your urge, get your back in action. Yeah. Get your urge, get your back in action. It's hard to get by with what I harbor inside. That's why I bully these vowels and make these consonants cry. I won't stop with these rhymes until my trauma subsides, because my life is like my dick, it gets hard sometimes. It boggles my mind what I'm inspired to write. When I get drunk as a skunk or I'm high as a kite, I'm quite admired despite what all these critics think. I turn those cats to stone like an Egyptian sphinx. Put care and expertise in every lyric I'm speaking. Could be a stand-up guy if I was paraplegic. I may seem fairly conceited, but it's totally fake. Bitch, I'm going insane, this shit's my only escape, cause I overthink about every goddamn thing. I'll take a rope to your neck for saying I can't hang. With all I got in the booth, I'm never calling a truce. Won't get my just desserts till my entree is through, since I'm Reaganist folk should work on taking a joke. Call me an anti-vaxxer cause I hate to be poked. Whatever language I spoke, it'd still be Greek to you. But getting paid to provoke you is a dream come true. Bitch, don't need tofu because I'm raising the stakes. I got the anger and pain to make an atheist pray. DNC standing under me don't understand. I always stick to my guns like a Republican man. My rights. Ain't done with this jam because I'm trying to preserve the art form that I used to put my life into words. Cause I've been done dirty so many fucking times. Can't even pay for these beats cause college sucked me dry. As much as I strive to please and cater to fans, seems like the only thing that matters is what haters are saying. But I can't change who I am, that's just the way that I'm wired. So I'll keep on aiming higher till the day I expire, man. I'm yeah. Not done yet. Break it down, back in action, wordplay, packing, right back on this rap shit. Let's keep it old-fashioned. I'm back in action, bend words like magic. My life may be tragic, but I'm still at it, bitch. You were like so insensitive.
Cry about it.
Alright. This was a long time coming. Really think you're the shit, huh? All that in a bag of chips? Alright. Well, let me tell you what I think. I've had more than I can take of all the mockery that flies my way, but it was my mistake to give you lion snakes the time of day. I tried engaging in polite relations, but all I was faced with was your fucking snide remarks and silent gazes. So much time I've wasted desperate to impress you when you treat me like a pile of excrement left on some wet cement. Been disrespected and rejected from the day I met you twits, and now I got no patience left to spend, so don't test me, bitch. Ever since the age of 8 in 2nd grade, I've been degraded and humiliated senseless by the A-list kids who hated my interests and made it blatant that I can't fit in. My pain me is different, saying I should feel ashamed of it. You preyed upon my pain and misery throughout my youth and tore me down when I refused to buy into your shallow views, but now I will not hesitate to take my anger out on you, so keep on talking shit while you still got a fucking mouth to use.
Don't test me. You got some nerve causing me all this hurt I do not deserve. Trying to claim more boys, man, fuck that noise. I try to make amends, but I don't have a choice. So don't test me. Why you giving me shit when you got a wimpy dick and you're built like a stick? Cause bitch, I've had it trying to pass as friends. I'm mad as sin and you don't know the half of it.
It's far too late to say sorry. You have what's had the discretion, so save your passive aggression because I have a suggestion.
What?
That when you go after someone else's whack in the head, then you status obsessors at best make sure you pack some protection. I had the impression that college would be a change, that I could reinvent myself within a friendlier space. So I try to assimilate, and what I get in exchange, a broken thumb and shitty names. What a kick in the face. And when I ain't the source of ridicule, I'm just invisible. Attempt to make amends with these tools, but only end up full of rage and contempt. I guess some things are unforgivable, but still I'm glad they piss me off, cause it only gives me fuel. So if you fool with me, I'm dissing you hard, cause if I have to hear another condescending remark from some pretentious cocksucker who pretends to be smart, I swear to God they're gonna need to put a stent in your heart. So
don't test me. You got some nerve causing me all this hurt I do not deserve. Trying to claim more boys, man, fuck that noise. I try to make amends, but I don't have a choice. So don't test me. Why you giving me shit when you got a wimpy dick and you're built like a stick? Cause bitch, I've had it trying to pass as friends. I'm mad as sin and you don't know the half of it.
So which privileged douche is in the mood to feel my wrath? From all the years I've had to shut my mouth and deal with your crap. Thought I could keep my feelings stashed away beneath the mask, but these attacks have lit a fire underneath my ass. I'm reaching past my limit with these damn elitist pricks who give my self-esteem a lethal hit with all their sneering quips, but really, it's on me for the attention that I feed to them within the sea of egotistic shits who think they're geniuses. Cause I don't need to spend my time with people that are not accepting of the personality and wit I'm glad I've got. Fuck y'all. You ain't my friends, you just have a stellar acting job, so treat me like a laughingstock and watch your ass get rocked. Y'all had the opportunity to make things right, but decided you would taint my life with hatred and spite. So if you think that I ain't got the fucking strength to fight, you're gonna see what 20 years of pent-up rage looks like.
Don't test me. You got some nerve, causing me all this hurt I do not deserve. Trying to claim more boys, man, fuck that noise. I try to make amends, but I don't have a choice. So don't test me, why you giving me shit when you got a wimpy dick and you're built like a stick? Cause bitch, I've had it trying to pass as friends. I'm mad as sin and you don't know the half of it.
Here we go. I've never had the best of luck, that's why they know me as the Ace of Spades. Ain't here to play no games, cause I'm chasing fame to escape my angst. I'm taking names of fakers who seal their fate if they claim they're brave. There ain't no way to tame me, don't waste your time trying to make me change. A danger aimed at good parents everywhere, yeah you best be scared. Kids pay your kids protection, you're better off just to let them swear. I bet you they're already captivated by this edgy heretic. So grow a pair and quit flipping out like a square, you pricks. Ain't scared to diss these little brats, bitchin' at all these lyrics that offend their privileged asses. I dish this crap just to get them mad, so don't come swinging back, because you know I'll hit you tit for tat. Equipped with eloquence in class, the flippin' rap aristocrat. So picture that, I'm just another victim destined to get criticized and blamed. It's quite a shame, but guess that's just the price you pay. But I can't compromise the things I write and say to try and save my name from being scrutinized, cause that's not how I like to play. So night and day I craft these rhymes to make it in the industry, with the intent to be perceived as someone with potential. Because I don't wish to lead a life that countless other people have. I'm too unique for that, got so much passion that needs to be tapped into. You know I speak the facts, can't blow my chance to show my worth, cause I was chose for more than bagging items at the grocery store. But all I know for sure is that success is what I hope to score. So hold the door, cause bitch I'm in the building. Try to focus your attention on the words I'm saying. Don't wanna hear your dismay, and let me just assert the claim you jerk should really learn your place. Cause rest assured a sacred legacy is what I yearn to make. But till that mirthful day I'm forced to work so I can earn my space up in this hall of fame. These clever bars I always cultivate, can't put my smarts to waste. No time to stop or go on holiday. Won't catch me off my game until I'm washed up or I fall from grace. Long as there's songs to make, I'll never face no loss or walk away. Feel free to call me names, but it's the drive that keeps me energized. Cause with this twisted mind I'm reaching highs I've always dreamt to climb. The greatest gift of mine, it wasn't given during Christmas time, but still they give me shit. I wish my problems weren't so stigmatized. You just don't get it, guys, I can't control these thoughts I conjure up inside my noggin. Such a hodgepodge of fucking nonsense, but there ain't no way to water down my sound or try to drown me out. So lose that sour scowl and crank your volume just about as loud as it can go. These bitches know this shit ain't no insipid joke. I spit these quips until they flip their lids. It's what I'm living for. Their envy is what gives me fuel to grow. It's got me in the zone. If you don't dig my flows, well that's just different strokes for different folks. Cause I'm who they present the most. Was born to be an instigator, name a bigger mischief maker. Ain't no kid who's sick or made. I must admit I've been through pain, but bliss is what I wish to gain. So maybe I should quit giving attention to these senseless haters. I'm so sick of them complaining about the things I talk about. It's hard to count how many times they've heard my songs and lost it. How can he get all this clout with all these slurs he likes to toss around? Don't try to call me out, you know I'll always be a potty mouth, cause that's just what I'm all about. I found my purpose in this world, to twist the precious minds of all these little boys and little girls. May make you wish to hurl, but that just means I'm doing something right. I can't put up a fight against the woes that keep me up at night. Met with some shitty luck in life, but I won't let it hold me back. Not quite over my past, but moving forward is my only path. I'm prone to pass my competition, even on the slowest track, and you know that's a sign of a star. So fuck the zodiac. Until the point I blow my stack, I'll always be the ace of spades. It's just the card that I've been dealt. You know I ain't afraid to play. I paved the way for sleek new thrills with every single beat I kill. Don't have to take a chance, because the only thing I need is skill. Well, like, I have skill, and I'm not saying I need more. I'm just saying, like, fuck it. Yeah. Alright. Wish a lot of things were different right now. I wish I wasn't always so caught up in wishful thinking, and always had the confidence I get when I'm drinking. I wish I wasn't such a fucking basket case and had the strength to tackle each and every problem that I have to face. I wish I reached outside my comfort zone and strived for more, and did the things I need to do without it feeling like a chore. I wish that half the raps I write weren't so asinine, and that I found a more productive way to pass my time. I wish I had a little extra change to spend after I pay the rent. Wish people took the time to ask me how my day has been. I wish that I could be myself without having to play pretend, and opened up to people more instead of caving in. I wish that I could function normally in life instead of using meds. I wish I didn't have to deal with so much student debt. I wish I was accepted for the person that I really am, and didn't give a damn what people think about my interests, man. I wish that people weren't afraid to offer compliments. Sometimes I often wish I had a bit more common sense. I wish I could express my feelings in a more creative way, and didn't have to deal with what the critics and the haters say. I wish I could be noticed by a record company and had a couple G's, but that shit doesn't come from trees. I wish I didn't have to pander to an audience that can't relate. I wish I didn't always make so many damn mistakes. I wish my songs could make it on the station for the first time, and I could write lines without making every word rhyme. I wish I didn't pass up on so many opportunities, and that I could achieve success without a stupid degree. I wish that people didn't take my kindness for weakness, and I didn't need to keep so many secrets. I wish I didn't always run from my pain, then try to face it and go a whole week without getting fucking wasted. I wish I didn't spend more money than what I could make. I wish the struggles in my life weren't more than I can take. I wish that people gave me some respect and didn't call my bluff. I wish my problems didn't pile up on me all at once. I wish I didn't make so many promises I can't keep, and I could cuddle with that special someone when I can't sleep. I wish the shit that's bad for me wasn't so fucking good, and people didn't say that I can't rap cause I ain't from the hood. Wish I was good enough for once in my life, cause at the end of my tunnel there ain't a ton of light. I wish I had a better work ethic and learned to assert myself. Instead I turned to hurtful methods of averting my stresses. I wish my circumstances didn't feel so out of control, cause they say that things will be alright, but how can you know? I wish I had the willingness to act a little more mature, but till I take the time to grow and learn, I guess that I won't know for sure. I also wish I had like a bigger dick. That'd be pretty cool too. Ever have trouble fitting in? Do you ever get that feeling that you're just a little bit different? That you're not like all those other kids? Well, we've got you covered. Introducing the new hit series, Tragic Hero, starring America's own Salami Sandwich. Blake Atkinson is a lovable, charismatic underdog who's trying to make it in this crazy world, but he just can't seem to catch a break. Hey, give me my $5 back.
If you can catch me.
Well, shucks, he sure gave me a run for my money. Life may try to sink his ship, but he always finds a way to stay afloat. Most of the time. Leave me alone, you rascals.
No way, loser. You're different, and we don't know.
Why don't you try to mommy
stands
that?
up for his own
Wow,
beliefs.
man, I sure
What a
hate to be that guy.
square.
Kill yourself.
I've read The Ugly Duckling before, but this is ridiculous. When the going gets tough, he's always got his jokes to help brighten the mood. So why are these ones so tiny?
It's called a galactic cap. It's designed to fit snugly on the tip of your penis and leave the rest exposed for heightened sensitivity.
Wow, now that's what I call using your head. But it's not just about the laughs. There's also plenty of drama to go around. Wait, I'm on the spectrum?
I'm afraid so, young man.
So which color am I then? And who could forget about romance? Hey, what's up?
What do you want from me?
Would you, maybe be interested in going to the...
Drop dead virgin, not even if my life depended on it.
Jeez Louise, blame a guy for trying. At least let me treat you to a cup of joe and an eggs benedict. But don't worry, we still leave plenty of room for family values. Mom, can you buy me alcohol?
Heavens to Betsy, of course not, young man. You're way too young to drink.
But I'm literally almost 21 years old. You never let me do anything.
No good things come from liquor, sweetheart.
Liquor? I hardly even know her.
Oh, Peter. Keep up with the wacky misadventures of your favorite lovable goofball in our brand new program, Tragic Hero, coming to you this 2023, every night at 8:30, 7:30 Central. Filmed before a live studio audience.
Cut.
Phew. God, I need a cigarette. Me? It's the return of the wretched MC, the man, myth, and legend, the hormonally stressed, edgy, depressed adolescent. I bet you got no clue what I'ma say next, so just keep guessing, cause this planet's been in danger since my mama's C-section. Keep expressing this edgy shit, feeling fresher than peppermint. You can bet your ass I'll never quit, got so much finesse and wit, here to represent and set the precedence, cause I'm a testament to lyrical perfection. You don't know just who you're messing with. Ain't playing no games, no shit, I'm crazy and deranged. I'm making rapists look tame and putting Bateman to shame. I got a style that can't be taught or learned at college, university. You've probably never heard of me, but I'll make sure you learn. You see, I'm deadly when I light these fuckers up like arsenic. When I say this retarded shit, it's got 'em shook worse than Parkinson's. My ego's growing large from all these narcissistic bars I spit. These crackers only call me a pussy cause I'm so hard to get. Without a doubt, I'ma take the crown. I can't frown even when these bricks count me out. I said without a doubt, I won't sit down and pout, cause making dreams come true is what it's now about. So without a doubt, I'm the best around. I know you heard my name, so keep it out your mouth. I said without a doubt, I'ma run this town. It's worth more than any amount. You can't slow me down. It's been some time, but shit, I'm back and more outrageous than ever. You haters claim to be better, but you ain't making the effort. I'm like a surgeon when I'm spilling guts all over the track. A freaking sociopath, all of my homies know that. So if you're wondering who's the best, well let me answer your question. Just look no further than the bloke who has that cherry complexion. But don't you dare to upset him, or there just may be repercussions. Brain as fuck from these concussions, think I've had at least a dozen. Leaving nothing in my path like a motherfucking hurricane. You know my shit is fire, I ain't got no need for Duraflame. I'm filled with burning rage from all the ridicule that I've been through, but I refuse to take no disrespect from the likes of you. It's time to prove my strength among these weak little babies. Just like a demon from Hades, not even Jesus could save me. But maybe I should just embrace it, man. It's easy to see that there won't be an MC quite as egregious as me. Cause I said without a doubt, I'ma take the crown. I can't frown even when these bricks count me out. I said without a doubt, I won't sit down and pout, cause making dreams come true is what it's now about. So without a doubt, I'm the best around. I know you heard my name, so keep it out your mouth. I said without a doubt, I'ma run this town. It's worth more than any amount. You can't slow me down. Now who'd have thought a kid this mental could have so much potential? Don't have to try, the words just come soon as I hold up the pencil. Cause if I earned a coin for every single sin I've committed, I'd crash the market and have Bezos feeling bitter and livid. It's got you filled with resentment, the way I grew from my shyness. Won't catch me wearing a watch because my music is timeless. The lack of silence in my mind makes me inclined to start a riot, taking pride inside in violence every time I write a rhyme. Cause I'm a different breed of MCs, ain't no one who's as sick as me. Think I was sent to speak for all these privileged kids who live with ease. So don't be so offended, geez, you sissies need to lighten up. I'm stepping out of line like when they busted me for driving drunk. To all you spineless punks who pass me up just cause my skin is white, your asses are behind the times just like a fucking Mennonite. The day you show me up's the day I give up on rapping, cause I don't need a chiropractor just to get this shit cracking. Now come on. Without a doubt, I'ma take the crown. I can't frown even when these pricks count me out. I said without a doubt, I won't sit down and pout, cause making dreams come true is what it's now about. So without a doubt, I'm the best around. I know you heard my name, so keep it out your mouth. I said without a doubt, I'ma run this town. It's worth more than any amount. You can't slow me down. Yeah. Here's a little story for y'all. Goes something like this. He sits there in the bedroom of his two-story suburban home, lays down his pen as he finishes the verse he wrote. He thinks the shit is tight, but no one else has heard his jam. He spits it to his friends, but they don't think it's worth a damn. They start to freestyle and he can't even stay on beat, but he'll be damned if he's willing to embrace defeat. He goes back in his room and begins to brew a different tune and starts to get creative with these ideas he's sifting through. His friends are stunned by his wordplay and his seamless rhythm. Soon as the chorus hits, they see a spark of genius in him. They tell him he should post his shit and start promoting it. Seems like a joke to him, but he may have just composed a hit. Gets the attention of a young producer on the scene, who reaches out to him in hopes that they can form a team. They flock together and he drops a record that July that catches the eye of a label trying to get his ass to sign. This world can get so crazy, there ain't no place for safety. Makes you feel so small and humble when you're in the asphalt jungle. Some people try to use you, their motives might delude you. Hard to stay kind and humble when you're in the asphalt jungle. He's never had a record deal, so he accepts the offer. Sure beats the thought of working at his father's sketchy law firm. He takes a step inside the booth with the intent to make a single so amazing it gets played on every single station. They listen to his tape and that shit knocks them off their ass. The higher-ups could use his gift to make a lot of cash. His song is dropped and soon his name reaches the public sphere. Within the coming year, this little shit is all you fucking hear. The fame is great, but he can't help but think he don't deserve it. He never sees his friends no more, they just hope it's worth it. He starts to ponder if this really is the path that's right, and if he could have been been more satisfied living an average life. But now he's trapped inside a cage working like a dog. Just like a cog in a machine, he's forced to write more songs. Because until the day he quits making his label rich, there's no escaping from the prison he's been placed within. This world can get so crazy, there ain't no place for safety. Makes you feel so small and humble when you're in the asphalt jungle. Some people try to use you, their motives might delude you. Hard to stay kind and humble when you're in the asphalt jungle. 10 years have passed and now he lives in Southern California. So sick of writing songs he only does it out of boredom. He's past his prime and no one listens to his shit no more. Nope. He just ain't getting the attention that he did before. The label dropped him once his 15 minutes reached its end. But it don't matter cause he's got more dough than he can spend. Lives in a mansion by himself just counting up his checks. His family don't speak to him unless they're stuck in debt. If he could change one thing about his course of action, he wouldn't let no corporate hack try to exploit his passion. He loves to rap but only when the words come naturally, instead of being mass-produced inside a fucking factory. Sometimes he reminisces about the things he left behind, wishing to go back and living through his life a second time. It's funny how it started with that single verse he wrote, sitting in the bedroom of his 2-story suburban home. This world can get so crazy, there ain't no place for safety. Makes you feel so small and humble when you're in the asphalt jungle. Some people try to use you, their motives might delude you. Hard to stay kind and humble when you're in the asphalt jungle. Yeah. Careful what you wish for, man. Yo, yo. Okay. If you could lend me your ears for just a minute, it's clear the tough display that I convey is anything but sincere. Cause beneath the layers of my confidence and bravado, there lies a man without ambitions and no path left to follow. Used to be top of my class and had a promising future, till I went to college and turned to a constant abuser of chronic and booze to hide my psychological ruse. I can't be honest with nobody cause I hide from the truth. It's hard enough to love myself, how could I get with a girl? Treating simple mistakes like it's the end of the world. Go through an existential crisis every day of the week. From all the personal standards I keep on failing to meet. Ain't no way to defeat this feeling of hopelessness. Guess I'm a hazard to myself, I sabotage my own success. No surprise that I have so much trouble finding a date, because I got more red flags than a communist state. Cause I'm toxic, pessimistic, perfectionistic. The patterns I end up in are quite destructive, can't help but go ballistic. So masochistic, the way I'm self-abusing. There's no solution, my anxiety, depression, and social rejection always got me second guessing. Won't learn my lesson, obtuse and absent-minded. I can't deny it, could really use a shrink to deal with my issues. While my peers are busy having fun and dicking around, I'm spending these hours writing myself into the ground. So obsessed with chasing wealth that I neglect my mental health, staying locked away inside my room instead of getting help. It's tough to keep your optimism when you're in my position. Tell my friends I'm doing great, wish I could be honest with them, but I don't take the time to stop and listen when they offer wisdom on how I can solve my problems. I'm a walking contradiction, cause I'm saying one thing, but I'm doing the opposite. Think I'm on top of shit, but secretly I'm quite incompetent. Blame this neuroticism for my sudden bouts of rage, like someone took a rubber band and stretched that shit around my brain. no route to take out of this labyrinth I'm trapped in. Soon as I break these bad habits, man, I just go right back at it. Guess I'm just a tragic hero, no way around that confession. Cause when it comes to having flaws, I got that down to perfection. Man, I'm so toxic, pessimistic, perfectionistic. The patterns I end up in are quite destructive, can't help but go ballistic. So masochistic, the way I'm self-abusing. There's no solution, my anxiety, depression, and social rejection always got me second guessing. Won't learn my lesson, obtuse and absent-minded. I can't deny it, could really use a shrink to deal with my issues. Yeah. Alright. Peace out. Yeah. Okay. Y'all ain't ready for this one. Let's do it. Alright, Lizzie's in the studio again, mixing shit like Coke and Jim. You do not wish to go with him, I call the shots, you phone it in. I'm hard at work, so don't you mind, don't stick me with those other guys. Cause bars these tight are hard to find, no time for beef, I'm on that grind. They buy my style, but they can't write a line that's quite as vile. I blow their minds like Private Pile, they're falling short, I climb for miles. My beats are packed with novel themes, don't need no fucking English class. Cause till the day I meet my match, you know I'll never be surpassed. Do this for fun, it's why they're calling it my pin game. Been going insane since I was smoking L's in 5th grade. That blunt force trauma got me out my core just like the stem. These bitches try pretending, but their jig is up like Irish in the morning. I'm speaking truth like preachers do, got sacked like miso soup. They're ugly true colors got me seeing red and feeling blue. So if you try to tussle or you wanna start some trouble, you can kindly jack me off until your wrist gets carpal tunnel. This right here is the wow factor, the shit that gives the whole crowd rapture. You scumbags know not to doubt my craft, so don't frown or laugh, or bitch I'm bound to slap ya. Cause this right here is the showstopper, the flow that's got the folks going bonkers. You act hard till I start joking on ya, then you break down like a soap opera. Catch me racing on the track, I got more drive than a sports car. These crackers try to comfort me like I'm a porn star. Could use a cappuccino with the way they sleep on me, because I'm on an ego trip, don't gotta take no DMT. I'm reign supreme on each beat, all you got is pepperoni, but there ain't no topping this. Let that be a lesson, homie, I won't hear no back and forth. I'm not a fucking tennis coach, but I'm killing every joint. You're just puffing on that roach. These troubled white kids are worshiping my talent. Don't tell me that ain't the case, bitch, I know my demographic. I'm so over copycat, y'all need to change up your sound. You rhymed bottles with models, you're really breaking new ground. I spit the illest, guess that's why I'm going viral. But I don't do this for money, I just wanna meet my idols. Got more sold out seats than a Super Bowl arena. Call me Kim Jong-un, cause I'm about to end your whole career. This right here is the wow factor, the shit that gives the whole crowd rapture. You scumbags know not to doubt my craft, so don't frown or laugh, or bitch I'm bound to slap ya. Cause this right here is the showstopper, the flow that's got the folks going bonkers. You act hard till I start joking on ya, then you break down like a soap opera. You know I make these rappers sick with every rhyme that I spew, because they're choking on the beat. Need the Heimlich maneuver, I don't fuck with subtitles, cause I'm only taking dubs. So these pussies trying to front on me can back their asses up. Go for broke then hit the lotto, going more bad shit than guano. Now they might be full of crap, but their shit is ringing hollow. I'm so out this fucking world, I put these hacks on blast like rocket ships. So call it low wage, cause they ain't making a lot of sense. Not talking politics, but still they got me fired up. The shit you're writing sucks, my first draft could beat your final cut. That's why I run this game, you know it's just my walk of life, because this shit is dark art, don't paint me in the wrong light, bitch. Should hunt for an accountant, turning hundreds into thousands, cause my dick is made of gold, so put my money where your mouth is. Maybe speaking to the youth, but I ain't no scouting master, just a dirty mouthed rapper. Call this shit my wow factor, bitch. Yeah. Welcome to my world. May I present to you the finest skills that money can't buy? Cause we need someone to bring us comfort in these troublesome times. But that somebody ain't me, because I prefer to raise hell. I like to talk real tough and cause a fuss, in case you can't tell. I wasn't raised in the hood, I'm coming straight from the burbs. Keep getting sprayed with hateful words, but hey, I can't get discouraged. I gotta sell my disc to all these sheltered kids in the world. Yes, sir. So if you just can't tell what's hip, then please just give it a whirl. You know I'm speaking for those dorks with their sneakers and shorts. Your daddy owns a freaking Porsche, there ain't no need for discourse. So please endorse the words I say and crank the volume on this fucking track. There's so much love I have for every sidewalk and cul-de-sac. No way to hold it back, cause when we're talking about my origins, I gotta pay respects toward the place that I was brought up in. It may not be exciting, but it's what I've come to know and love, or no one has a second thought about the need to own a gun. Nothing goes wrong, all is calm in suburbia. Everything goes right when your skin is white, no one's hurting. Ya don't care about tensions past your fence, it's no concern to ya, cause life's so grand when you're in the land of suburbia. Let me take you to a paradise where everything is fair and right, where children roam without a care, unguarded by their parents' eyes. But you know that they'll fare alright, cause when you're in the burbs, you see the only thing that's certain is assurance and security. Ain't worried about emergencies, cause nothing ever happens here. So just sit back and grab a beer, don't need no battle gear, cause no one has to fear the thought of being taken to jail. And there ain't no violence except the dog that's chasing the mailman. You know my hood is where it's at, ain't talking about no Section 8, no room for stress or pain, cause every day you can expect the same. For some it's where their dreams are made, for others it's where bills are paid. With all these kids to raise, it makes you wish you'd picked a different fate. But who can diss the place where every living space is made of brick? So don't complain, you twits, at least your family can pay for shit. But still it ain't the rich, for me please don't push it. The only weapons that we sling are ones that shoot foam bullets. Cause nothing goes wrong, all is calm in suburbia. Everything goes right when your skin is white, no one's hurting. Ya don't care about tensions past your fence, it's no concern to ya, cause life's so grand when you're in the land of suburbia. To all you little boys and girls from them gated communities, remain attuned to my tunes because you may just be new to these amazing quips and facts I spit with tact and mass with just a hint of sass. So sit and bask in this sick rap while I can kick some rich kid ass. Cause I'm here for that middle class who grew up living comfortably but suffered just enough to be humble and have it rough some weeks. I ain't no thug or hustler, G, I can't embrace no gangster cred. Don't know real pain except for when I wreck my bike and scrape my leg. No place on earth that's safer than the heartland of America. There's nothing to be scared of in your residential area. Compared to other countries, all your problems seem so minuscule. It's tough to play the victim with a flat screen in a swimming pool. Plain and predictable, there ain't no sign of the struggle. You just don't know how harsh the world can be outside of this bubble. But till that innocence is lost, there's lots of fun to be had. So this goes out to all the kids who pack their lunch in a bag. Cause nothing goes wrong, all is calm in suburbia. Everything goes right when your skin is white, no one's hurting. Ya don't care about tensions past your fence, it's no concern to ya, cause life's so grand when you're in the land of suburbia. Yeah. Coming at you straight from that modest estate. I'm not a real rapper, just a kid in his bedroom who lashes out at women only cause I can't get poon. A tense nerd who shoves his insecurities inward and steals black music cause I can't say the N-word. Ha, my only friends are ones I meet through a phone screen. I can't keep an erection, think I might have a broke peen. My mind is gifted but I tend to underachieve, pretending things are going well while I suffer beneath. My peers resent me cause my chemistry is unstable, but I'm the coolest person at the empty lunch table. The thoughts I cram inside got me so damn tongue-tied, cause if I wasn't so anxious I'd be be a stand-up guy. My romantic interactions don't go quite as planned. The only pussy that I'm scoring is from my left hand. Put on a cocky ruse to fit in with a popular group. With all their constant abuse, I need a confidence boost. Cause I'm that kid who gets picked last for dodgeball in gym class and gets his ass kicked by frat boys with six-packs. My dick is flaccid and small like a tic-tac. No sense of fashion, my clothing's mismatched. I can't get past the social awkwardness. Ain't got no common sense, but that's hard to miss when you're the guy who doesn't think with his head. It's just stutters his way through everything that he says. If I don't take my Xanax, I start to go schizomanic. Be catching feelings way too quick cause I'm a hopeless romantic. The lack of bitches in my league has got me paranoid. But at least my grandma thinks that I'm a handsome boy. It's tough to fit in with my peeps because I think and see things differently. I may have lost my mind, but I still got my virginity. Ain't sold a single tape, guess I'm my own biggest fan. But that's just how it goes when you're a nobody, man. I like that. Coming at you straight from the island of misfit toys. It's the chaotic misadventures of a dipshit boy. I'm spacing out so bad they call me the kid from Mars, just cause I got more drug problems than sitcom stars. Won't catch me on a day when I ain't up to these antics, cause homie, there are just some things that therapy can't fix. I took your girl to the club cause they set the bar low, but now my joke has got her saltier than escargot. They say my last album's better, guess I peaked as a teen. Just check the size of my penis and you'll see what I mean. My life is going to shit, but still I manage it well. These bars are over your head just like the hand of Odell. I don't make fun of your hobby, so don't tell me how to live, or I'll be making a scene worse than a theater kid. I'm snorting blow to fuel my rhymes, call it my line of work. I got these bitches staying pressed like a dry clean shirt. Cause this primal instinct, I'm going wild. I'll pull the opposite of a teenage poster child. I don't got no damn record label, must I add, but still I got your mom and sister screaming, just like that. I guess that I'll always be a low-life bastard who talks trash when I'm sober, high, and plastered. Cause telling me to stop is a lot to ask for. Don't you know I'm the master of disaster? Got so much flavor to bring, you'd best prepare for a helping, because I'm taking you out like the American spelling. The Japanese are on my ass cause I Tokyo girl, but I still make these pussies retch and these bozos hurl. Can't be but so conceited though, cause I'm a textbook geek who's had a passion for rapping since I was 17. I took a DNA test and left with the failing grade. The shit I'm doing purely for sport, like drinking Gatorade. But when I'm feeling blue, I tend to smoke a little green and get stoned worse than gays in the Middle East, stirring up a storm like El fucking Nino. I know you got a dark sense of humor, but that's just mean, bro. Who knew they could be so entertained by me? I call that MC lovin', don't need no fake ID. So if you twinks ain't man enough to manage a giggle, you better get the lead out like a mechanical pencil. All this primal instinct, I'm going wild. I'll pull the opposite of a teenage poster child. I don't got no damn record label, must I add, but still I got your mom and sister screaming, just like that. I guess that I'll always be a low-life bastard who talks trash when I'm sober, high, and plastered. Cause telling me to stop is a lot to ask for. Don't you know I'm the master of disaster? I always got you offended, don't need to use any slurs. Don't throw me under the bus or I'm kicking you to the curb. These fuckers itch for attention, ain't no allergic reaction, because you know I represent just like affirmative action. I tried to date a bitch in Holland, but she wouldn't go Dutch with me. You don't want no fucking beef, cause we won't settle it like custody. This liquor got me spilling shit like Boston tea. You know I'm fucking faithless, so call that shit adultery. The way my head spins, I got less sense than Helen Keller. Living helter-skelter, ain't much left inside my melon feller. I got him staring at my balls like a fortune teller. Keep it old school just cause they say respect your elders. Man, to hell with weed, I'm only getting faded from the scent of paint. Like crossing county line, shit has got me in a different state. These clowns are like R. Kelly when they're in a pissy mood. I only say this shit because I know how much it gets to you. All this primal instinct, I'm going wild. I'll pull the opposite of a teenage poster child. I don't got no damn record label, must I add, but still I got your mom and sister screaming, just like that. I guess that I'll always be a low-life bastard who talks trash when I'm sober, high, and plastered. Cause telling me to stop is a lot to ask for. Don't you know I'm the master of disaster? Yeah. Disaster, man. Alright. I've got a secret to share with y'all. And it's not pretty. It's hard to live when your mind plays these tricks on you and makes you picture shit you'd never wish to do. Like what? Like hurting all the people that you love the most. Damn. Where did these thoughts come from? Man, who fucking knows? Would never act on them, but still they frighten me. This mental burden's got me feeling like a freak. It ain't no passing phase, it happens all the time. Has the thought of assault ever crossed your mind? No. Guess you could say my subconscious is kinda fucked. Yeah. But I'm afraid to get help, cause they might lock me up inside a mental institution to inhibit you from giving in to sin. sick delusions your lip produces, like driving off of a bridge during a car ride. All these irrational fears give me a hard time, cause once the doubt creeps in, there ain't no fighting back. I'm frightened that I'm turning into a psychopath.
Intrusive thoughts, they creep in and they won't get out. But people just don't get the things you worry about. Intrusive thoughts, they make your life a living hell. It's hard not to be scared when you can't trust yourself.
Everyone thinks some dark shit to some degree, but my sinister side is enough to trouble me. It's difficult to keep your mental health in check when it's stripping you of your confidence and self-respect. That's why I spend so much time in isolation. Suicidal ideation's got my psyche racing. Can't watch a horror film without becoming bored, cause I'm the only thing that scares me anymore. And when I'm all alone, that's when the panic hits. You claim you know my pain? Well, homie, answer this. Have you ever had the thought to take a human life who's only treated you with kindness? It's stupid, right? Well, tell that to the source of this insanity that's making you doubt your own humanity. It doesn't matter how much logic you try to impose when your own fucking mind has a mind of its own.
Intrusive thoughts, they creep in and they won't get out. But people just don't get the things you worry about. Intrusive thoughts, they make your life a living hell. It's hard not to be scared when you can't trust yourself.
When my anger flares, the prospect of homicide emerges. I'm feeling guilty every time I get these violent urges. The idea of causing people pain is traumatizing. Resort to drugs for help, but they just zombify me. I try my best to erase the shit, but my brain resists. Damn, I hate myself for even entertaining it. Inside of my gourd, I'm always fighting a war. Be freaking out every time I see a knife in a drawer. I'm not religious, but I'm feeling haunted by a demon. Put up a cool facade, but deep inside I'm screaming. But who am I deceiving? Plain to see I'm hiding secrets. There really ain't no rhyme or reason why my mind is tweaking. I try to keep it together, but don't have much control. Never felt this disgusting and uncomfortable. So if my time gets cut short upon this earth, you can blame these sick thoughts and ugly words.
Intrusive thoughts, they creep in and they won't get out. But people just don't get the things you worry about. Intrusive thoughts, they make your life a living hell. It's hard not to be scared when you can't trust yourself.
Now some people won't understand, but I don't blame you. Take a look inside of my head, you'd be afraid too. How can a good person be cursed with all these crazy notions? It makes me wonder if I truly have some heinous motives. But don't get it twisted, I ain't got no real intent to give in to these evil winds that tell me how to feel and think. Won't let my demons win, not even in my blackest hour. Cause if I let them pass, my thoughts don't have no power. No matter how much they try to distort my mind, the only thing that I truly want is a normal life. That's why I'm doing my best to overcome my problems. Long as I follow my conscience, I won't succumb to nonsense. There ain't no magic pill that's gonna fix this mess. Just have to grasp the will to live with it, I guess. Wish I could send this monster back to where it came and let these fucked up thoughts be on their merry way.
Intrusive thoughts, they creep in and they won't get out. But people just don't get the things you worry about. Intrusive thoughts, they make your life a living hell. It's hard not to be scared when you can't trust yourself.
Just wish they'd leave me alone, man. This one goes out to two very special people. Listen. There was once a time when I was a stranger to grief. Back in the age of CDs, free speech, and cable TV. My mom would sing me a song before she laid me to sleep, till the day her disease chose to take her from me. My dad promised that everything would get better in time. That's when the cardiac arrest posed a threat to his life. I was begging to Christ he hadn't met his demise, but he had already left before the medics arrived. As a kid, I told myself there's no way it could happen. The thought of losing them both both, I was unable to fathom. But had I known that they would leave me in the blink of an eye, I would have cherished every moment that they still were alive. Cause it's always the good who get the shittiest fates. But on my spiritless days, I'll stop and visit their graves and wonder how it would be if it never ended this way. If my two favorite people could still be with me today. Cause whenever things go south, wish mom and dad were still around. Don't know how bad I miss you guys. You were the guidance in my life. All those vacation trips we had, just thinking about it gets me sad. I know the time we spent was brief, but it meant everything to me. They say that grief reveals itself in mysterious ways. I've been through all 5 stages and still can't deal with the pain of seeing their names embedded in the head of that stone. Cause now I'm left here alone, facing this hell on my own. They aren't in a better place, I'm not compelled by your faith. I've never believed in God, but this ain't helping his case. So please don't tell me to pray, cause that won't bring them back. Much as I wish I had some way to ditch that fact. Sometimes I take a little glimpse at their pictures, thinking now shit would be different if they had kicked their afflictions and weren't the victims of sickness. Then everything would be perfect. Instead, I'm sitting here in search of what they did to deserve it. Can't think of the words that could explain how traumatic it felt to stare at their faces while they laid in that casket. On those days I was absent, all my teachers knew that every 3rd of September I couldn't leave my room. Cause whenever things go south, wish mom and dad were still around. Don't know how bad I miss you guys. You were the guidance in my life. All those vacation trips we had, just thinking about it gets me sad. I know the time we spent was brief, but it meant everything to me. It's a travesty just having to remember this shit, but how much tragedy can happen to a singular kid? I can't relive it again. Don't want my offspring to suffer the way I had to growing up without a father or mother. Wish I got another chance to say my goodbyes. I really took them for granted, now I'm paying the price. But when my grandma died, it didn't feel the same as before. I guess the 3rd time around, that shit don't faze you no more. Way too jaded to mourn, I find it hard just to cry. My grandfather's still alive, but he's on borrowed time. And as I lay in my bed, the more enraged that I get, screaming it should have been a killer or a rapist instead. Would do anything for them to still be here with me now. I often think to myself, will they even be proud? The only way to know depends on the path that I choose, and so I gotta move forward, it's what they'd ask me to do. But whenever things go south, wish mom and dad were still around. Don't know how bad I miss you guys. You were the guidance in my life. All those vacation trips we had, just thinking about it gets me sad. I know the time we spent was brief, but it meant everything to me. Yeah. Miss y'all. My name is Sid, and I thought I was just a typical kid until they told me something's wrong and that I'm sick in the head. I got a lot of energy, but I get picked on in school because all the other children tell me what I'm into ain't cool. I have a creative mind, it just works in strange ways. Ain't no use in today's age if you're not making straight A's. I should stop playing around, at least that's what my siblings say. What will imagination get you when you got these bills to pay? My teacher tells me that I'm slow and says I'm freaking hopeless, so the doctor gives me medicine to keep me focused. I call it being a kid, they call it ADHD. No time to play or be free, cause I gotta claim my degree. And so I stopped going outside and stuck my face in the books. Just what it's like to be grown up, it ain't as lame as it looks. I gotta make it in this world, that's what my parents believe. They know it's best, cause after all it's the American dream. We chase this fantasy that will never exist. Give our humanity for something better than this. Bless the hearts of those who dare to break free. One paycheck away from the American dream. My name is Kyle O'Brien and I work 9 to 5. I'm harking back on better times cause I despise my life. They told me drugs are bad, but I can't stay away from the bottle. My only way to escape this world full of hatred and sorrow. I threw away my hopes and dreams to look for job openings. Now my brain is broke it seems, cause nothing I do gives me dopamine. I lead a dead-end job just to care for my wife and son. You know I ain't inclined to fun, I gotta work until my time is done. When I was a boy, I used to be so full of joy, but at some point along the line I gave it up to be employed. I miss when things were simple, nowadays shit don't make sense to me. I wish I had more energy, but I got way too many ends to meet. There ain't no time to rest, I do my best to survive. I can't put ketchup on my fries cause my blood pressure is high. Sick of this arid routine, I should have cherished my teens. This can't be all there is to life, ain't no American dream. We chase this fantasy that will never exist. Give our humanity for something better than this. Bless the hearts of those who dare to break free. One paycheck away from the American dream. My name is Kevin, and I just turned 87 years old. Now you don't wanna be like me, so heed this lesson you're told. I worked my life away night and day, only trying to make cash, till I woke up and finally realized how much time I let pass. Too busy cashing checks, I lost the chance to follow my dreams. Guess that's the reason why my life fell apart at the seams. I wasted my potential in exchange for comfort and peace, and never got to see the goals that I wanted achieved. I could have been a singer, but they said I'm wasting my breath. Now all the money in the world won't heal the pain of regret. Always chasing that bread, guess I forgot to live my life. Had all the time in the world, but I just didn't spend it right. And now I stay up at night thinking about what could have been if I did what made me happy, cause that's the path I should have went. You only have but so much time until you perish, so please just live the life you want, cause that's the real American dream. We chase this fantasy that will never exist. Give our humanity for something better than this. Bless the hearts of those who dare to break free. One paycheck away from the American dream. Yo, Sam, what's up, man?
What do you want?
What you working on there?
Just finished applying for an internship. You?
Nothing much. Just working on some new music. So, speaking of which, what'd you think of those demos I sent you? You like what you hear? You think this album has potential to be like the next... What's so funny? I didn't really say anything. Unless it's about the record, which this record's really not supposed to be all that funny.
Hey, you're kidding me. You're joking, right?
No. Why?
The shit I listened to for your album, it's fucking terrible. Like, why would you ever want anyone to listen to this?
What do you...
Okay, hold, like, first thing. The whole thing about, like, oh, I'm not like all these popular kids, I'm different, I'm misunderstood, no one gets me. That's so original, Blake. I'm sure you know how original that is. Like, I have never heard anyone do that before in the media ever. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, Nobel Prize for innovation much?
But I was...
Yeah, newsflash. You're not that special, bud. And then you have all that garbage about, like, being crazy and psycho. Like, oh, I'm totally fucking bonkers. Got a few screws loose. Hope I don't kill anybody. Ha ha. Like, if you're that mentally unstable, just go to fucking therapy or, like, get meds.
That's not covered by my insurance.
And, like, also, what was that thing you said about gay people in the Middle East or some shit? Fucking hilarious. Making fun of hate crime sure is edgy. Really pushing the boundaries there, aren't you, comedy man?
Well, I mean...
Yeah, and for God's sakes, please stop calling yourself Blizzy. It's just embarrassing.
I think it sounds cool.
And that's why this whole hip-hop savior complex thing you've got going on. I mean, like, really? You're a white kid from the fucking suburbs of Virginia. Like, you're not the second coming of Tupac.
Oh, come on. I never said that.
Also, would it, like, kill you to, like, sing or, like, just find someone who can sing for the album, it's not that hard.
Shit, is my singing voice really that bad?
And the worst part of all, you have all that sappy, emotionally manipulative shit about, oh, my life is so hard, the world is out to get me. Oh, I'm such a victim for being in college. I'm the only one who knows what it's like to feel pain. You do realize there are people in other countries that don't have food, right? Like, you're complaining about your classes being hard and, like, not being cool. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not trying to sound...
And so, as far as this rap career BS goes, all I'm gonna say is that this shit is kind of trash. Like absolute dog shit. Either find better things to make music about, or really just don't make music at all. Do us a favor. It's gonna be better for everyone. That was a painful album to listen to.
Well, damn. That's not the reaction I was expecting.
Oh, and this is just a minor thing, but your rapping voice is really fucking annoying. Maybe, like, try to sound less terrible when you're ranting about your privileged white kid problems.
Yeah, thanks.
Happy to help.
Yo. There's something off about me, ain't it? It's hard to explain it, cause I feel under the weather, whether it's sunny or raining. Must be the cranial pain to blame for these fits of mania. Gotta start using my head instead of my genitalia. I think my brain is made of clay, cause all my thoughts are sporadic. An alcoholic drug addict, ain't proud of all of my habits. I'm causing havoc with the song, be dropping bombs like I'm a rabbit. Automatically resort to dungeon, got no smarter tactics. Hard to grasp why I'm so freaking sick of feeling like a piece of shit. I need to get a grip, but I'm still fiending for this weed to hit. It could be OCD or Crohn's disease that I keep dealing with. My energy is spent, I can't think straight cause my cerebrum's bent. I'm seeing shit, but it's not really there. It gets me scared. Too many twisted images to bear. Should think to put me in your prayers. Don't dare to cross my path. Can't face the wrath of a virgin because I'm flying off the handle like the cap of this bourbon. I'm saying, damn. It's really sad to say, but I'm a scatterbrain. Am I insanely mad? Or am I mad insane? It's only certain that I'm quite a nervous wreck. So these nurses best keep my urges checked. Yep. I tend to hyperfixate on all the things that freak me out. Wish I could find an escape, but they just follow me around. Guess I ain't right in my brain, but it's a blessing and a curse. There's no point trying to change, cause I've been messed up since my birth. That's why I throw these fits of rage with aim of bringing you pain. Hope you don't get dementia, cause you best remember the name. I've been estranged since the day I ran away from the feds, because they shaved my fucking head and amputated my legs. But I can't stop these thoughts of malice, blame my chemical imbalance. Hard to tell if I'm mental or I'm just mentally challenged. I hear the sounds of screaming in my ear, I think the end is near. How can I live another 50 years when every day is filled with fear? Don't take a test to know I've had a hefty dose of methadone. I can't be left alone, cause to psychotic breaks I'm definitely prone. Is it Tourette syndrome? It's hard to guess if that's a yes or no. Distressing how my mood goes back and forth like a metronome. Damn. It's really sad to say, but I'm a scatterbrain. Am I insanely mad? Or am I mad insane? It's only certain that I'm quite a nervous wreck. So these nurses best keep my urges checked. If you were wishing for a moral, there ain't shit for the story. I got this chick performing oral while I'm sipping the 40. They think my shit's so unappealing cause I tend to get gory. You pricks could hit the fucking ceiling and you still wouldn't floor me. Yeah, some could say I'm nuts, but hey, that's just what makes me so fun. Because once I lay the verse, there ain't no hope of saving your buns. I'm crazy as fuck, so manic, see? That's why the police ain't a fan of me behaving frantically to push away these twisted fantasies. Still, I don't panic, G, cause I know thoughts can't lead to actions. But if that's a fact, then why'd I hack this bitch up with my hatchet? Maybe that's what happens when you let a baby smoke crack. It's no surprise that I'm so whacked. I just mixed Adderall with Prozac. But everyone knows that I'm a bit off my rocker and hits the spot for me to leave you all disfigured and clobbered. I guess it ain't a shocker that I'm pretty flippin' deranged, but I wouldn't trade it for a thing because it's bringing me fame. So hey, damn. It's really sad to say, but I'm a scatterbrain. Am I insanely mad? Or am I mad insane? It's only certain that I'm quite a nervous wreck. So these nurses best keep my urges checked. Yeah. Within the darkest recesses of my psyche there lies all these malicious apparitions that inspire my rhymes. It's hard just trying to get by when you feel so dissociated, taking doses of opiates just to dull my growing pains. It didn't take me long to figure out my mind was gone. Soon as I heard the sound of voices from inside the walls, I get a little spastic when I have to battle these visions, but soon as I ingest this pill they vanish out of existence. You need more than a bandage or two to handle this wound. Is that blood on your shirt? Oh no, it's cranberry juice. Don't want to end up like the last guy who hated my tunes because I made him into food then put his brain in my soup. Get so obsessive compulsive with all the stress I'm convulsing, can't hold a breath in my lungs for more than 2 seconds at once. But that's just how it be when you get blasted out. This fucking galaxy just took about a pound of speed and won't be coming down for weeks. Damn, it's really sad to say, but I'm a scatterbrain. Am I insanely mad, or am I mad insane? It's only certain that I'm quite a nervous wreck, so these nurses best keep my urges checked. Yeah. Lizzie out. You guys ever have that thought in your mind? Like every now and again? I don't know. Where it's like, sometimes you ponder to yourself, why can't I be like all the other kids? The ones that you grew up amidst while facing tons of judgment. Since you first expressed yourself in no more vulnerable and honest way, they have a lot to say about how you look and dress and talk, but hey, they're really just jealous. At least that's what our parents tell us, just to quell our insecurities and help us feel less helpless. And the fact that you stick out worse than the noses of Israeli folk, the scapegoat of their hateful jokes. Who wants to be like Blake, a lowly underdog with something wrong inside his fucking noggin? Hard to feel like you belong amongst these sluts and jocks and bumbaglots, but hell, at least you've got some self-awareness just to help repair this damage posed upon you by these witches and their melting glares. No telling why they pick on you, guess they could learn a thing or two, but underneath it all you aren't as different as they think it's true. But till that insight strikes their minds, you keep on writing rhymes, just how it feels to stay positive in a world of minus signs. Cause it's tough not to care what other people say when you seem like the only one who feels this way. There ain't no telling when the torment will end of always being played but still warming the bench. Cause no one ever wants to be the odd one out when you get pushed around too many times to count. But the day you submit, you know they'll change the script. It really makes you think that the game is rigged. You might have had some trouble fitting in, but now it's even worse. Whatever's wrong beneath is a disease and it can't be reversed. An evil curse dispersed upon an unassuming college kid who can't be bothered with the time or strength that faces problems. Shit, it hurts to know you'll never be the guy you always strive to be. Despite how much you try, these horrid thoughts are just so stifling. Cause every day you seem to grow a little more delusional. It's quite unusual how much you struggle not to lose your cool. The only thing that's shorter than your dick is your attention span. And did I mention, man, you can't be bothered just to give a damn about the shit you're meant to deem important. All these needless chores you blissfully ignore, but dodging problems only leads to more. It makes you think, is this the person I was always meant to be? A timid geek who probably won't live past a quarter century? If that's the case, it's time to face the facts and pack your bags. Man, chasing rapping, changing crap, you'll always be a basket case. Because it's tough not to care what other people say when you seem like the only one who feels this way. There ain't no telling when the torment will end of always being played but still warming the bench. Cause no one ever wants to be the odd one out when you get pushed around too many times to count. But the day you submit, you know they'll change the script. It really makes you think that the game is rigged. Your parents said it's good to be different, but is it really worth it facing scourge from all these egotistic pricks who dish this dirt? Cause it's uncertain what the future holds for this accursed soul. Until you learn your role, you're left to yearn in search of purpose. Holy shit, this guy's a schmuck, is what they said from junior high enough. They'd call you the black sheep if you weren't white as fuck. They tried to shut you down and make you out to look like a clown. around. No way to take your confidence, cause there ain't none to be found. It's difficult to cope when bitches be pretending that you don't exist. Nowhere to go for friends when you're rejected by these social cliques. They pose a risk for being seen with someone so obscenely meek. It's easy feeling grief when you get bullied every freaking week. But still the thing you hate the worst is dealing with their heinous words. You try remaining firm, but fighting back just only makes it worse. No matter what you do, you'll always be a source of laughs to them. It's just what happens when you can't adapt to fads and trends. Cause it's tough not to care what other people say when you seem like the only one who feels this way. There ain't no telling when the torment will end of always being played but still warming the bench. Cause no one ever wants to be the odd one out when you get pushed around too many times to count. But the day you submit, you know they'll change the script. It really makes you think that the game is rigged. I think you get the point by now. Seems like your social life is poor, but what's the point of trying? That won't make them like you more. Perhaps it's best to take a new approach. Can't hurt to use some hope. I think the way you're looking at your situation may be skewed, cause no one wants to be a copycat like how your fucking colleagues act. That's why you have the upper hand. At least you can acknowledge that. So what if you don't fit in like the rest? They know you try your best. Don't matter what they tell you otherwise. You should feel mighty blessed to be the odd one out. Don't need no high school or no college clout. It's obvious this ain't the route. You're better off just dropping out. So let me be the first to say you don't deserve the hurt and shame. You may be far from normal, but it's how you earn your name. Because one thing you are for certain is a guy with pride that lies within. They just dislike you since you're not afraid to speak your mind to them. You might fit in as well as a square peg inside a rounded hole, but now they know that being different's simply how you roll. Cause it's tough not to care what other people say when you seem like the only one who feels this way. There ain't no telling when the torment will end of always being played but still warming the bench. Cause no one ever wants to be the odd one out when you get pushed around too many times to count. But the day you submit, you know they'll change the script. It really makes you think that the game is rigged. Yeah. How was your school year? Wouldn't you agree? You'd never think I got no problems just by looking at me. But facing this internal strain has got me circling the drain. And the most hurtful thing is I'm the only person to blame. Seems like no matter what I do, I make the same mistake. So many wasted days, I need a change of pace. From all these negative emotions that exist in my head, how could you ever feel alive when you wish you were dead? Cause this depression I hide, it starts to fester inside. When I'm left to my devices, all these questions arise. Like, am I destined to triumph and will my efforts suffice? This is the best of my life, then what's the rest of it like? You would seem to believe that I have no reason to weep, but seeing other people happy got me feeling so bleak. Cause when I gather up the guts to take the path that I want, it lasts a month, then I wind up right back in that slump. Because I can't get out of this spider web. Too many thoughts inside of my head. Wish I could make things right, but instead I keep myself stuck in the spider web. The psychological unrest, it never gets any better. Since I'm so nervous about my future, I make the present tense. Cause all these past regrets, they tend to get replayed in my brain. Afraid of having kids, they may be ashamed of their name. Embrace these vices to escape from my anxiety and pain. I try abstaining, but I cave into the slightest temptation. A better life I keep chasing, but never strive to attain it. If only I could find a way to modify my behavior, then I could rise from my failures and get my happiness back. But it's a challenging task to walk this balancing act. Cause being seen as responsible is a feat that's impossible. When these obstacles abound, I just freeze like a popsicle. Plus I'm feeling like a monster for resenting my friends, because I'm not as well adjusted or uplifted as them. Guess till I quit wasting my time, my only fate is decline. They say that life's what you make it, but I can't make it in life, since I can't get out of this spider web. Too many thoughts inside of my head. Wish I could make things right, but instead I keep myself stuck in the spider web. It's hard to deal with this life I've made. No matter how much I try to escape, I find myself back right where I came. The spider preys on my pride and shame. I think this is the part where I'm supposed to turn things around, but how can mirth or joy be found when I'm still hurting deep down? You know it's times like these, you wonder why you even bother trying to find a reason to provide life meaning. Nothing new ever happens, am I just doomed to be average? I'm losing track of the days because I ain't using them practically, faking my personality and attempt for some clout from it. But when shit gets me down, I wish I could end it right now. Pretend to be confident and suave, but it's all a mirage, cause living in your own noggin gets exhausting sometimes. Ever since my father died, I felt so awkward and shy. I'm getting tossed aside by those more socially evolved than I. Think I'm about to fall victim to this alcoholism, but I'm the one always drinking, so now whose fault is it? For this web I've created from all my sins and mistakes, I just wanna get a vacation from the sticky situation, but I can't get out of this spider web. Too many thoughts inside of my head. Wish I could make things right, but instead I keep myself stuck in the spider web. It's hard to deal with this life I've made. No matter how much I try to escape, I find myself back right where I came. The spider preys on my pride and shame. Yeah. Get me out of here, man.
So what'll it be?
Same as always. Alright. Pour me up a round of something real fierce and cheap. Now I know that it's my 5th time here this week, but shit, I've had a rough day and I could use a drink, because the last thing right now I wanna do is think about the problems in my life that are giving me hell. I swear to God, a swig of tonic and gin would help, or maybe I need something stronger to calm my stress. I gotta take the edge off or I go off the edge. Seems like I do this mighty often nowadays. I'm diving in a pool of sin just to drown my pain, but it's the only thing that helps me get past in life, because the more I drink, the less I have to try to deal with my sorrows in a sound and healthy way. Prefer to down a couple shots until they melt away, but looks like it's time to run. I've had quite some fun, and I'ma do the same thing every night to come, cause
when I sip this 5th of rum, I get sent to kingdom come. I feel the spirit in my blood, it lifts me up and gets me numb. As white as shit's my biggest love, I can't wait to get me some. You know this liquor is the drug, I wouldn't quit for anyone.
Think I might have a problem, but it's my only solution. Maybe the bourbon I hit, but it's myself I'm abusing. I feel my tolerance build, I start to suffer withdrawals. You can't feel bad for yourself when you feel nothing at all. It's such a slippery slope, using liquor to cope, all fun and games till you wind up addicted and broke. An evil spirit manifested in a lowbrow beverage. Who knew a simple pastime could have so much leverage over the choices you make and the words that you speak? Don't know the path that I'm on, but know it's certainly bleak. And as I empty this bottle, I place my feelings inside it. I'm turning into a monster and doing nothing to fight it. I might just lose everything and throw my life away, but for that simple joy, it's a small price to pay. For the addiction, this affliction's begging you to feed. Look at the side of the label, that's all the proof you need, cause
when I sip this 5th of rum, I get sent to kingdom come. I feel the spirit in my blood, it lifts me up and gets me numb. As white as shit's my biggest love, I can't wait to get me some. You know this liquor is the drug, I wouldn't quit for anyone.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, it seems as though the bar still may be high, but I'll never reach the goals I made long before the days of forgotten nights. Had some control of it at first, but now I've lost the fight. If I could find something else to fill the void that's inside, I'd never touch this shit again, leave the poison behind. But now I need it, I crave it, to feel inebriated. Would trade everything I got just for another chance to taste it. First I let my sadness win, then I throw back as much as I can to get plastered faster than it takes this glass to shatter into little tiny fragments like the spirit of a broken man. My friends are trying to get me sober, but you know I can't, cause it's no longer recreation. I'm a slave to this feeling, pray to God for an escape, but now my patience is fleeting, reaching past my tipping point. Now booze is all that I got. It's left a hole in my heart, that's why they call it a shot. Cause
when I sip this fifth of rum, I get sent to kingdom come. I feel the spirit in my blood, it lifts me up and gets me numb. That's why this shit's my biggest love, I can't wait to get me some. You know this liquor is the drug, I wouldn't quit for anyone.
Last call, last call.
cheers. Okay. I'd like to pose a simple question, please be honest and open. How many choices in your life are you proud to have chosen? Met with the option to go and travel right back to the past, then would you decide to use your time in a more practical fashion? No matter what happens, seems like it's doomed to be wasted. These youthful days become elusive as your exuberance tapers, and as you lose your faith of ever amounting to something, you just sit down on your bum until every hour's spent up. It's true. So down on your luck, cause instead of choosing your future, you ruminate through the things that you wished of doing sooner. Stuck in a loop cause you refuse to take a chance or a risk. Oh hey, it's Friday night, time to get hammered again. Let's go. Your plans begin to crumble as you settle for complacency and never blossom into the person you always aimed to be. You may have reached your peaks if you had dreamt a bit bigger. Your life was in your hands, but you let it slip through your fingers. Seems like last year was just a month ago. Had so much time to spend, where did it fucking go? You never visualize just how quick it goes by until you've lived your whole life in the blink of an eye. But there's still so much left that you want to do before that sand hits the bottom and your run is through. So if change is what you seek, then don't wait for a thing. Ain't shit more painful to see than you delay in your dreams. Yeah. It's rather scary we deny the thought of sparing our time because we don't care or realize just how unfairly it flies. Our parents tried to warn us, but of course we didn't believe them until the wrinkles appear and we're sipping gin every evening. So fleeting how we go from being childish and juvenile to inside of a cubicle with no time or no room to fulfill the hopes we once had of bringing our plans to fruition, cause trying to manage a business just don't seem very realistic. So we hand our ambitions over for food on the table. We bear a few kids then raise them to plan on doing the same. There just ain't no use to shoot for greater when our path's been set, because standing out from the rest would make mom and dad upset. But relax, there's lots of time that's left to pass until death, and we'll never have any regrets since we're distracted with pleasure. It's a challenge being present for each moment we spend. If we can't share a post of it, well then it don't mean shit. Seems like last year was just a month ago. Had so much time to spend, where did it fucking go? You never visualize just how quick it goes by until you've lived your whole life in the blink of an eye. But there's still so much left that you want to do before that sand hits the bottom and your run is through. So if change is what you seek, then don't wait for a thing. Ain't shit more painful to see than you delay in your dreams. Yep. I always wish that I could revisit a simpler age that grows more distant and fades with every minute that wanes. When I see children today, it only adds to my sorrow, but I can't face it right now, so I'll save that for tomorrow. It's sad how awfully fast my life is passing me by. Man, I don't have a fucking clue what happens after we die. I strive to value my time, but I ain't spending it right. You know, I ain't really trying to major in political science. Just wish I could buy a few extra spots on the clock, cause that shit is worth far more than what I got in my wallet. It's constantly moving forward, but it never stops. Just hope I don't wind up dead before this record drops. Will my legacy prosper if my experience ceases? Maybe when I'm deceased, then I'll be seen as a genius, but that's sincerely the reason I need to seize the moment, cause I could leave from this world before I even know it. Seems like last year was just a month ago. Had so much time to spend, where did it fucking go? You never visualize just how quick it goes by until you've lived your whole life in the blink of an eye. But there's still so much left that you want to do before that sand hits the bottom and your run is through. So if change is what you seek, then don't wait for a thing. Ain't shit more painful to see than you delay in your dreams. But like, let me finish this game first.